bila I mandikan my mum tu kan, rasa dia macam tak pernah mandikan mak aku, you know. Hi, this is
Let's Talk and Try.
My name is Amalia.
My name is Sonia.
And I'm Lydia.
Okay, so you've heard of my story and Lydia's story.
And
So?
today we're gonna hear Amalia's story.
I'm gonna share to you something that's very personal to me. I've shared it in a blog. I mean, it's just words of what happened.
Yeah.
What happened then, but I guess I haven't really talked about it fully yet
correct.
because I think it's painful that time.
Yeah.
So I guess this is the right time for me to talk because it's been 5 years. My mom passed away like 5 years ago. I think this 2020. She meninggal dunia in 2015. So it's 5 years this year lah. She was diagnosed with colon cancer.
Okay.
Yeah. So once she's diagnosed, it's straight away stage 4.
Oh, straight away.
Stage 4. Yeah.
When did she found out actually?
Yeah.
Actually, because she kept coughing, and her cough was just very loud.
Okay.
Macam it's very loud and it's dry, and then one day she just gave up, and then we went doctor lah, but doctor it's just a normal cough,
Normal
just come back
cough,
later. Blah, blah,
So she
blah, blah.
coughed for a very long time already.
Very long time. So the thing is, we went to polyclinic, kan? But polyclinic they don't have the proper scans or that.
Correct.
So one day she just, you know what, just go to hospital.
Yeah.
And then she suddenly put into ICU.
Oh dear.
Tiba tau like
Oh, so
ICU what?
straight away bila sampai, then straight away she.
Correct. So kirakan dia punya paru-paru macam dah kembang kan, macam ada air. Macam they said,
Air
is it
masuk,
pneumonia or something like that?
Yeah, something
Pneumonia.
like that.
Yeah, so she's put into ICU, and then she was shocked. I think she was shocked twice. Yeah, because they said like her heart rate stopped. Heartbeat stopped, something like that.
That
So
was on that
while.
first time that go to the hospital, then straight away ICU, and then has to.
she's
do
pumped,
the-
shocked. She's shocked like twice.
Was she?
Oh.
Yeah. So we thought it's just paru-paru kembang or that, but the doctor said that if paru-paru kembang, we need to test the liquid lah. So they sent the liquid to the lab, and then we found out that there's cancer cells. Yeah. So she was strong or that. She was kakak, I have cancer, blah blah blah. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then I remembered I just baring dekat dia punya lab I just baring dekat dia punya lab, and then she's like, okay, things are going to change, and then she fought for her life. I mean, I think it's
How
about
long
8
is it?
months.
8 months. So
That's
for that,
so long. The stage 4 for 8 months.
so for
Stage
that
for
8
8
months too, all the way at the hospital or
Uh,
on and off?
On and off. So she went chemotherapy, she went radiotherapy.
Oh, still
I
boleh
mean,
buat lah.
Still boleh
that
buat.
point of time.
She
Okay.
we cannot operate
Okay.
because it has spread. So once the cancer has spread from the colon, all the way to your lungs, and then she did radiotherapy kan. So radiotherapy and chemotherapy actually weakens you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they wiped out
A
all
lot
the
of
cells.
So
Correct.
I mean, okay, sorry to interrupt, but at that point of time, I mean, I believe you all know that going through this therapy, it will somehow like what you said, will wipe out ni kan. So but then they all, some people, I mean, I have friends macam their parents or what who have cancer and so forth, tapi diorang macam buat apa, macam pergi ni semua, might as well kita just leave it as it is.
Oh, so tak pergi chemo.
Yeah, some people,
some people tak nak pergi.
yeah. But for you all, like you all
Went forward a bit
went forward and listen to the doctor punya advice lah.
Actually, because there were relatives who came forward and then said that boleh ikhtiar pergi doktor ni, pergi doktor yang bukan hospital tau,
Yeah,
macam traditional, and then
yes.
there's supplement. But I figured there are preventive measures that you can take, but that's supposed to be done before you get the cancer.
Yeah, correct.
So for example, you have air ni, air
Supplement, this and that,
supplement,
okay.
but you're supposed to take it when you're healthy. So when benda dah terjadi, it's hard to actually to
correct.
kill it lah.
Yeah.
So no matter what you take, it depends on your body. So for hers, because it's spread rapidly kan, all the way up sampai the radiotherapy. After that radiotherapy, dia tak boleh jalan. So she's just on the bed. I remembered hari raya orang datang visit kan, she just baring on the katil lah. Akulah jadi chef kat rumah. Aku masak segala-galanya. Padahal aku tak tahu masak.
Baru nak cakap
So
pandai lah
you
masak
took
juga
care
lah.
of her lah.
Yeah,
You were
I
the
took
one.
care of her, but my brother was the main caretaker because I was still working that time until he went NS. Yeah, so that time it was his NS period lah kan. Yeah,
So there's only you and your brother.
me and my brother.
Just the two of you, right?
Correct. My father pun jaga, of course, but how many leaves can he take?
Yeah,
right?
correct.
Yeah,
But how
right.
old was it? Was your mother?
1964. So I think she
50.
could have been 50 on that
That's
year.
quite young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50, right?
That's still young. Okay.
Correct. She was bedridden lah for quite some time. I remembered that one night she couldn't breathe. Okay, normally kan, the doctor, they will send a nurse. They will
Correct,
they give you options. Like, look, do you want to send your mom to a hospice, or you want to jaga,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
So I made the decision to jaga lah.
Yalah.
And then dia bukan because I made the decision because I don't want to regret. Yeah. But I was still working. It's just that kau imagine my mother dekat atas katil and I was like beside her katil.
Yeah.
And then I was typing I was doing production schedule that time. I was doing my schedule, I was doing budget, I was doing all the things that a producer has to do. But right beside her. So bila dia nak makan, minum, kasih ubat, I was there lah. Yeah, cuma my mother couldn't take solids that time. It was very difficult. Kita kasih dia minum pun pakai straw, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But hari raya she makan lontong.
You masak ke?
Yeah. No, it's just kita order because ramai orang datang. Ramai sangat orang datang.
She can eat.
And she could eat.
She wanted
so,
to eat
macam
that.
dia makan lontong, so everyone's happy, you know. But do you know that I don't know whether someone has told you, you know, when someone dia punya selera suddenly naik kan,
Yeah.
that means it's a sign.
Yeah, it's a sign.
Yeah. So true enough, after Raya that we didn't think so much lah. But after Raya, I remember that night dia tak boleh nafas. Dia punya nafas macam macam nyawa ikan gitu tau. And then after what's going on ni? Then my father like called ambulance semua. And then the ambulance datang.
What time was that?
It was, I can't remember it, but I know it was in
But
it
you were
was
there
that
lah.
night lah.
You
I was
were
there.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you post it somewhere? I think I kind of like macam remember that you.
I think I posted on Facebook. That time
yeah,
it wasn't
I
like an
think-
Instagram trend.
So
So
Facebook
it
lah.
was still Facebook, if I'm not wrong.
Can.
Or kalau Facebook pun, kalau Instagram pun, it's a post. It's not IG story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I posted, and then the ambulance came, took her. My father went with her in the ambulance. Me and my brother naik kereta lah. My brother drove. And then dah sampai ward, right? So they gave us, I call it the special ward, because do you know that if I don't know the facts but if you know that you are in satu katil and you know that you are allowed, I mean you can allow other people
Ramai-ramai orang
ramai
datang.
datang instead of 4 people masuk dalam
Yes.
bilik kan.
Yeah.
That means it's a special case
Yeah,
lah.
yeah, yeah.
That
Yeah,
means
right.
doctor pun dah tahu, you know.
Tahu that. Yeah.
Anytime you can go.
Correct.
So I was prepared lah. She stayed there that time. It was 5 days. 5 days ke 4 days
The
lah. I can't
doctor
remember.
mentioned.
No, I said she stayed there. So aku buat
okay.
rumah tu aku buat tempat tu
Tempat
dia macam
rumah.
chalet lah. Like I brought my stuff, her stuff, and then I put, there's a wardrobe right beside the katil, you know. So we put, because kita kena mandi sana, you know.
So
There's
you
no way
tidur
we can
sana lah.
balik. There's some of the days I tidur ke sana, ada yang I balik. Yeah. There's this morning, it's a normal routine. The doctor will come every morning at between 7 to 8 a.m.
Yeah, to do the rounds. kan?
Yes, to do the rounds. And I would always be there because sometimes my father kerja.
Yeah.
Right? So bila dia datang, there is this bila dia datang, dia cakap, "Are you okay? Are you prepared?" Dia
The
cakap,
doctor asked you that.
yeah. Dan dia cakap, "Yeah, I am." You know why? Because they have already prepared you mentally before this. they will give you a brochure. Macam the brochure is called Her Final Days.
Oh dear.
Macam gitulah, the final days, something like that. So they will actually prepare you what to do, like you're supposed to like comfort the person, all that lah. Yeah. So I was, and you know that the night before I was actually reading signs sebelum orang meninggal dunia, you know,
Signs.
And I was like, one, it's selera naik, and then two, meragam. But my mother was when she went to the hospital, she couldn't talk. Dia macam baring je all the way. She baring all the way. Then she was on this tube because she needs to breathe, right? Because she cannot buang air besar and buang air kecil kan. So they have to like pakaikan dia pampers. But on that day, there's dia tak buang air besar, dia tak buang air kecil. So the doctor was like, you know, we need to the nurse, we need to help your mother lah. We need to help your mother lah. We need to pump out. No, okay, do. Then I was like, wait, I read this sign somewhere. If like one day or a few hours before dia meninggal, everything in your body will stop. That means you won't digest your food. In whatever happens in your body will just stop. So I remember that, but okay, never mind. Maybe dia tak boleh buang air besar, tak boleh buang air
You
kecil.
didn't want to think
So
so
at
much
that point
about
of
it
time, you still have hope, or macam you kind of like dah reda, you know that the time has come?
I that time I know that the time has come. Yeah, because of all the things that it's not 1 month or 2 months, you know, it's been 8 months. All that.
Correct.
So I already knew on that day like
This is
You dah puas jaga lah.
correct. So and then I remember the doctor said, touch her leg. Siapa tahu doctor suruh aku touch her leg pula kan. It was really very cold. Yeah. Then she said, you look at the leg, you know that you read it right in the pamphlet, right? Because dia kasih pamphlet kan, mula ada buku. You know that this is a sign, right? Aku macam, yeah. It was purple, macam bluish.
Dengan nails lah.
Bukan dia nails, dia punya kaki,
whole kaki.
dia tangan kat sini semua macam biru-biru. There's no blood lah, kira kan. Yeah. So pegang lah, so it's very very cold kan. So I my father kat rumah, if tak silap lah, he came just to see my mom sebelum dia pergi kerja. So when he came, he looked at my mom. I think he also know. So I think he knew that, you know, that's the last day. It probably it's gonna be hours, gonna be like a day or two. So you know what happened? My mother dah lah tak boleh berbual dekat tengah-tengah katil tu kan. I was like one end, he was like another end. You know what he did? He asked me, Kak, nak telefon van jenazah.
Aduh.
And I was like, Pa, Mama. Macam, why do you actually say that in front of her? You know, I think to him macam, you know, she cannot respond. But I don't know whether dia boleh dengar. I forgot to mention to you, because the cancer actually went to her brain. Yeah, so she is actually brain dead lah, kira kan.
So he assumed that macam
Your mom tak boleh dengar lah.
Maybe lah, or it's just terlepas.
Okay.
Or it's just terlepas macam, because we don't know what to do. Macam, wait, do we call the van jenazah macam, hello, prepare lagi 4 jam, you know, or do we like dah meninggal baru call, you know, that kind of thing. So he just a van jenazah. Then like wait, let's go out. And then we went out, and then after that dekat tempat duduk tu, we sat. And then macam, okay, let's Google for van jenazah punya number. So I Google pengurusan jenazah. I Google, and whatever number I got, I don't even know. And you know that there's ratings, macam 5 star, then 4 star, I don't know lah. So I just picked one, and then my father spoke to one. And then he said that, okay, kalau tiba masanya, telefon je. Kalau 1-2 pagi pun telefon je. Telefon. Because we legit, we don't know what to do.
You guys don't have a prior experience ah?
No, because kalau if you talk about nenek dengan atuk pun, you know, it's my makcik and my pakcik, right? Right. So when it happens to your when it happens to your close one, I believe that we all should know what to do, because at that time I was really clueless. I was like, nak buat apa ni? You know, when you're emotionally drained, you can't think, you know. malam, my grandmother came. And then my father came balik kerja. And then my grandmother, tak salah, dia masak lauk. Aku lupa lauk apa tu. Lauk rendang if I'm not wrong.
Tu masih raya ke dah after raya?
After.
Oh, dah after raya. Okay.
Yeah, but she came. She took care of us lah. So she came and then jenguk my mother sekejap. And then because the bilik is besar, and then if you masuk the wards kan, you just masuk and then you cui yang there's only one person in the first ward. It's very big. It will allow many people to be in. Correct. So there's a table, you were eating, and then suddenly my father cakap, mama macam lain je, because normally when she breathe kan, dia punya neck boleh nampak tau, boleh macam laju, but on that day it was very slow, macam gitu. So my father cakap, call adik. Okay, so I call adik. My brother pula dekat tekung.
Aduh.
Dia kan tengah NS, right?
Kesiannya.
Yeah, so I call dia, adik, I think you should balik. Last ferry pukul berapa? You nak kena balik naik ferry semua. And then kena balik sekarang. Habis macam mana? Habis dia cakap, call your officer. Then tell your officer, whoever lah, just say my maternat ke apa ke. Then kakak actually kalau benda tu terjadi baru adik boleh balik. Then I mengamuk macam, adik, I think you should just find a way to balik.
Serious.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the situation lah. Usually macam if your officer or your encik macam kasi you the request, then you can balik.
And anyway, it's very late also. I think dah nak last ferry
Then macam
also.
mana last ferry?
I think it's they want to make sure that he's not lying or it's safe, for him to balik, Yeah. So after I called him, kita pun patah balik that the ward, and then kita sambung makan. I remember on TV it was the Mensi keempat, if I'm not wrong. Aku masih lah boleh tengok cerita hantu kat situ. Yeah. Aku nak makan semua. My father and my opa semua makan. My nenek,
I believe that
opa.
was quite late already lah kan, like 9.
About 10, 9. Yeah.
9
So aku dah makan sedap-sedap, and then after that suddenly my father start to mengucap lah kat tepi situ, dekat tepi my mother. And then after that my grandmother dah nangis-nangis kat tepi. Wah, sorry, I terrecall.
It's okay.
Yeah. So my father, like, he went like to my mom's here, and then he mengucap lah. He mengucap, and then after that I remembered looking at my father and, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that I looked at my mom, I looked at my grandmother, and then they were, I'm not supposed to cry, but
It's okay.
Just let it.
okay. Yeah, I look at my dad and I look at my grandmother lah. They already start to mengucap on that. So she cannot talk, right? So probably she can follow. And then I can see that the breathing slows down, So I ran out. I called for the nurse, Padahal aku boleh tekan lah butang tu, but I couldn't think,
Yeah.
So I ran out. I was like, I think my mother stops breathing. Then or slow down. I can't remember what's my exact words, but the nurses came with this machine. Towards that period, they already cakap the heart rate dah low. But when they came into with the machine, she's gone already. So that means there's no pulse. Yeah.
So they were trying to retrieve the pulse lah.
They couldn't. Because before that, you are made to sign a form.
Yeah.
If anything happens to the patient, do you want the hospital to to save or not?
Okay,
So we sign lah. We make the decision. Just let her go lah.
Don't want her to
Nak save
suffer
apa
lah.
lagi kan? Yeah. So they didn't do anything lah. They just left the machine, and after that, okay, I remembered the nurses rushed in, and then they were like holding on to different equipments, and then they were trying to check her heart rate from the wrist, from the machines and all, but they couldn't find anything. So then the doctor came and then pronounced that she's no longer around, and then they prepare for last office. So I don't know what happened inside, but I just ran out. My first instinct was to call my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I called my brother. So he was already crying on the phone, because he knows lah. Dia macam adik, mama dah tak ada tau. Then he like I could hear that only. Then he said, okay, adik bilang adik punya encik, adik bilang. And then that, okay. Then adik
Okay.
yeah. I thought he couldn't go home because of the from
the
Tekong and
last
stuff.
ferry.
But he did lah. So
Oh, he did manage to.
Oh, no. I think he's on the way ke apa, I don't know lah. But I remembered he got to balik. And then we waited for macam, I called my relatives, I called my mother's siblings first.
So masa you feel all those sadness, but you still called everyone lah.
Yeah.
You
Somebody
had
has
to
to
lah.
do
Yeah,
that.
somebody has to do that.
Somebody has to do
No,
that.
I mean,
But I don't
if
think
it's
I would.
me,
Yeah,
if it's me,
cannot.
I don't think I could do anything at that point
Yeah.
of time. Maybe macam I only tell the news like 1 hour later or 2 hours later, because
When that thing happened, right, you will have this strength that you couldn't believe will happen to you. You will have this something will, I mean, Allah will just move your heart or make you think of something, give you strength to do. You know what? Call your your relatives, call everyone. Do this, do that. It's not you. You macam just soulless, just not doing anything. Tapi Allah yang bantulah kan for you to do that. Yeah. So I remembered calling my aunt. I remembered calling my relatives, and then fast forward, they came, they tengok sekejap, baca all that, and then it came, and then they 2 nurses came, and then they said, can we do last office? We need to do it now.
last office tu maksudnya apa?
So last office is actually the nurses are the ones who will do that, to prepare, to clean, the last procedure lah, to clean, so that the jenazah will look presentable to the family. Kan ada orang kan accident, ada orang kan meninggal different cara. So they will need to do cleaning, all that, before they actually release the jenazah lah, something like that. So they need to clean. And so I was allowed to be in, and then my makcik was allowed. So there were 2 of us. So I saw lah, they clean my mom. They kadang-kadang, these nurses, they were so respectful. Do you know that they actually apologize to the jenazah?
Yes.
They'll be like, sorry, I will clean you now.
Yeah.
They will talk to jenazah.
Yes.
I was quite impressed, but I was like, wow, my mom was taken care of. I didn't know what to do. I was just right beside. They will just suddenly ask me to, can you hold this for me? Hold her leg for me. I will just help out. Gitu-gitu je. And then sekali I dengar ada orang meraung kat luar. You know who or not? My brother.
Your brother.
And then he was like, nak tengok mama. He was hysterical outside.
I'm sure of course, because it was just like probably 5 minutes ago you called him saying that he should rush back, and then
I don't think it was 5 minutes ago lah. It was macam 1 hour within that hour lah.
Within 1 hour still macam dia nak get
right,
the approval from ni, whatever and all, and then I think he was just trying his best to reach on time to at least see your mum
But at least dapat jumpa
for the
lah.
last time before she go.
From that period to the last office, it's quite a long time lah actually, because they were like different kinds of people, different kinds of organizations. I don't know what you call it. They will ask you macam, do you want to donate for donate to the organs. There will be a lot of signing, all that. You have to prepare for mortuary, all that lah. So my brother was already hysterical outside. He was like, anak tengok mama. So I believe someone outside grabbed him and then bring him out or something, because I could hear dia macam meraung. I was like, apa apa ni adik? I would imagine semua orang dekat ward semua macam terkejut lah, like.
Yalah.
Then but I could understand because everyone saw. I mean, my father, my grandmother, we saw, you know, we were there till her last breath. But he couldn't, you know. It was sad for him lah.
Yes.
So after the last office, she was brought to mortuary, just for the family members to pay the last respect. Now lah. Kalau diorang datang hospital, you'll be there and not to the ward because you will probably disturb others, right? Yeah. So ramai lah. My relatives all came and I think my father called the tadi yang pengurusan jenazah tu kan, and then they already stand by the van all that, and then I was like, I remembered asking my aunt, dekat rumah tak ada orang, you know, and then my father gave the kunci to my two aunts, so they are supposed to clean the house, like clean the house and prepare the house. Yeah. And then dia tanya, ada kain batik? Batik? Like, do I look like I wear kain batik, right? I don't wear kain batik. So this is what I think everyone should be aware of. Like, that someone, your loved ones or yourself will be sick one day, or everyone is going to die one day. So we all have to prepare for that day. So when we prepare for the day, these are the steps that we need to take. So kain batik tu bukan apa, you just need to you know, selubungkan, coverkan. And then they were asking macam ada tuala, all that. Then bila I balik, right, bila I balik with the the van jenazah dah bawa balik my mother, dah sampai rumah, my two makcik is there, right? So they ask for these things lah, kain batik, all that. So another makcik bawa kain batik banyak-banyak.
Oh, nasib baik dah.
So kain batik banyak. And then after that, my aunts were asking, ada baldi? Like, why do you want baldi, all that? So actually you need to prepare all the things before nak mandikan jenazah. So dia meninggal malam, right? So that means you need to mandikan in the morning. Correct? So that night they ask, ada batik, ada kain batik, ada tuala, and then ada best part, ada minyak. Macam
Minyak apa?
Minyak apa?
Why do you need oil? You kau nak masak ke apa? You know. In my head like, oh, is it nak masak untuk besok macam? No, nak oil, nak minyakkan mama. I'm like, huh?
Really?
Minyak apa?
Minyak masak macam biasa. Minyak masak.
They use minyak masak.
Ya, minyak kelapa tu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happened was, first the jenazah kena baring, kaki kena dekat kiblat. Right? Atas katil. So that time aku pun baru pakai tudung that time. So my tudung very limited tau. And then my makcik, ada kain putih, tudung putih. I'm like, no, my tudung colour-colour. And then she was like, takkan nak pakai baju kain putih ada tak? Cloth towel putih? Tak ada, semua colour-colour. And I'm a colourful person, where I will have like different colours of tudung and kain, all that. Then she was like, okay, tak apa. Then I said, okay, cari. I will cari. I cari in my room. I keluarkan like tudung colour orange. I keluarkan tudung colour orange. I was telling my makcik, tudung colour orange boleh? Boleh lah. And then after that, I remembered dia serkupkan my mother. You know, you have to like tutup your right. Then after that, you have to cover the face with tudung orange so that bila orang masuk, you know, at least it's covered lah. Kalau orang nak buka, orang buka lah. Yeah. And then my makcik oilkan my mother. So I was observing lah. Okay, it's interesting because actually within a few hours your badan will keras, you know, will kejung. So in order for nak senangkan tukar mani mayat tu nanti, they oil the joints lah. So first they oil the mata. So the mata dia tutup, di mana tutup, but dia tutupkan so that make sure tak macam tak terbuka ke apa. And then they ambil kain, they wrap so that you won't tenganga. You just like tertutup lah, and then at least presentable for people. And then you oil the joints, you oil dekat the elbows, and then they oil dekat the kaki. Yeah, macam the whole badan, I remember it was oily. Just dia kata lepas tu diorang gini, cantik nanti besok. And I'm like, apa yang cantik rupanya is to just soften the joints lah. So it's senang. So besok tak keras, you know, nak angkat keras, nak ni keras, right? Okay, so bila semua orang dah balik kan, okay, jumpa besok. Semua orang dah balik, tinggal my makcik, the husband, my father, my brother, and me lah. And my mother dalam bilik kan. So I dah buka YouTube dekat pakai komputer, pakai laptop. Ada buka YouTube dengan Quran, Yasin, all that. Not Quran, Yasin. And then suddenly my dad, jom tidur dengan mama. And I was like, huh? No, I'm not going to tidur with mama. Then tu kan mama. Okay, in my head kan, I know it's my mother, but in my head it's a jenazah, you know. It's
yeah.
You know, all the thoughts macam, you know, her roh is there, and I have to sleep with someone who is already dead down there. Then macam no, I'm not going to sleep there. Tak lah, kita bapa, adik, kakak boleh tidur situ lah, teman mama. Then I'm like, nak kena tidur satu bilik. Of course I did not sleep. Yeah. It was like already 2 a.m. in the morning. The three of us, my father tidur sekejap, my brother tidur sekejap, I also tidur sekejap. But knowing that when kita tidur bawah tu, dekat atas it's
a body lah.
It's a body. Wah, that part okay, to be honest, I did not even cry. I cried dekat hospital tu, dah cukup dah balik, dah oil everything, dah siap-siapkan. I didn't even cry. Dekat dalam bilik, bila I know that she's there, she's her body is there, I didn't even cry at all. I was couldn't that strong ah. And then the next morning came. I remembered I picked out a baju kurung color purple, tudung color biru. Dia macam off gitu lah. Macam I don't care lah. Just grab and go lah. I don't even have an abaya, I don't have anything. So kira-kira aku tak prepare langsung lah. Yeah. And then bila before that my makcik came, and then my father tanya, kakak nak mandikan mama tak? Then I'm like, I looked at him macam, how? And then nanti dia orang jalan. And I'm like, okay, in my head macam, let's beranikan diri. Aku takut juga. Tapi aku macam, I don't want to regret, you know. I don't know how, but I don't want to regret not being the last one. So diorang dah sediakan the tuala tu. I know what's it for actually. The tuala bila dah mandikan kan basah, right? Your floor semua basah. So somebody, your relatives ke apa, will like wipe macam wipe the floor, so that bila orang masuk it's clean lah, kan. And then the gayung all that, so it's easy. Yeah. So when they came with that long metal papan apa? Papan jenazah, something like that lah. That thing came. It couldn't fit. Rumah kecil kan, so they couldn't fit into the room. And then they tested the pipe, all that. Then okay, no choice, let's mandikan in the living room. Yeah, because bilik is kecil.
Mandikan at either dapur.
Tapi dapur sekarang pun kecil.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, correct. My house punya dapur is very kecil. And dia macam BTO punya unit, those kind. Macam it's very small.
Abang dapur kecil.
Yeah. You kau mandi kat ni lah, living room.
Yeah, dia semua tunggu luar lah.
Yeah. So everyone outside, just me and my makcik-makcik. And then I remember kakak saudara, my mum's kakak, and tukang mandi jenazah, 2 orang. So I was like, then they were like, ni anak then nak mandikan maknya and then okay, ada Tupperware tak, you know, this kind of things you need to prepare. They will bring their stuff, but you just need to help them prepare, like macam dulang, jadi senang nak angkat. You need to prepare your baldi, you need to prepare your towels, you need to prepare macam tissue, those things yang akan menyenangkan orang. So this kind of things actually orang tak tahu tau. This kind of things orang tak tahu. So
Alah, because maybe they thought everything will be provided by the
True.
correct, especially when you are mourning kan, you wouldn't think of these things, right? Yeah. So bila I mandikan my mom tu kan, rasa dia macam tak pernah mandikan mak aku, you know. Dia macam rasa sayu gila. Dia macam you see her lifeless, and then bila you touch her body, when you caress her body kan, rasa dia macam you just want her to bangun and you know it's going to be alright, but she's just there. So bila everything is done, it's a very interesting process lah. I think if you have the chance, go for courses so you know what to do, right? Bila nak kena angkatkan kepala macam mana, kena pelan-pelan just to respect jenazah, all that. And then last kali dia letak celak. Dia letak celak. Dia macam nak kena make up kan ke? You know, macam lawa pula aku kan celak. And then after the celak, dia pakai minyak wangi yang atas, I think, just to baukan. And then after that, bila dah selesai everything, then they called the family members. That during that time I didn't feel anything. I was like okay, semua orang nangis tau, tapi tak macam like you know, it's just macam senyap, macam tengok, macam you realise that she's gone, but you still can see her.
Yeah.
You know, when you tabur that bacayan dan minyak apa, air mawar, you know. Yeah, you still can see her. So I saw my grandmother, I saw my atuk shivering. Dia nak macam tengok the jenazah kan, badan dia macam bergeletar-geletar. Then I saw my mother's sisters, because dia ada bongsu. So kakak-kakak dia kat atas tu. Then after that, nak cium dia. They were all very, of course, very sad lah kan. I didn't feel anything. Bila dah tutup, dah angkat ke bawah, and then I suddenly realised that was the last moment I saw her. Macam after that, she was in a papan papan already. So I couldn't see her at all, and I remember that is the last time that she's very close to me. Yeah. So bila dekat bawah, I remember I see familiar faces. Macam I see my friends, I see my relatives, even people that you are not close with, they are there just to, you know, give a final respect. During that time, you would also have relatives yang salam-salam. Macam salam-salam. And I remember I told you I didn't feel anything.
Masa you cium jenazah pun,
I know that she macam dia macam control lah. Dia macam
maybe because at that point macam there's a lot of people around you. So maybe you didn't really macam hit it you like really deep tau. You faham tak? Macam kau nampak orang semua around kau, kes semua nangis, so kau pun macam okay nangis, tapi macam she's still there.
Correct.
In denial ke?
Correct. Bukan denial.
Macam is that because semua orang ada kat situ?
No, because it haven't hit you yet. Macam you still see
belum
her.
really sink in.
Bila dah dekat bawah, when she's already in the van jenazah on the way to her to kubur, right? When the moment people salam you like this, Amalia gini-gini, and then hug you, the moment I was like aku dah no, don't, just I actually wanted to shout, you know, macam get away from me, you know, macam don't salam me, don't do anything. You know what people do? People will just you know, duit salam, right? People will just go to you and then kasih duit salam, you know. I was like in my head macam no, get away from me.
Not ready.
Nasib baik got my kakak saudara, dia dekat sebelah, dia tolong ambilkan the money, and then after that, because I was just like
macam you bawa bag semua.
I was just standing there macam okay, people are coming to me and hugging me, and then okay, what do I do now? But that's why I was the motive of this podcast kan, I hope when you ladies hear the story, you would render help. Render help in terms of, kalau you melawat orang, dia bukan sekadar melawat aja. because sometimes orang yang melalui kan, aku tiba-tiba Melayu tau tiba orang yang the loved ones baru meninggal, they couldn't think what what's going on around her, so dia akan macam okay, dia macam blur sotong. So if you are there, render help. Macam tadi saya cakap, orang kat sebelah tu tengah, or if you happen to be nearby, orang salam-salam, you help her pegangkan duit, because she will just be there just to receive and okay, and she don't know what to do. Entah duit tu dia buang ke apa ke, you don't know tau.
You're not in the right mind lah.
Correct. So someone needs to be there. And back to the mandi jenazah part, right? You know, when after my mother's death, right? So a few years later, my pakcik meninggal. So when my pakcik meninggal, I actually know what to do. So when everyone, okay, I know orang datang melawat just to baca Yasin, right? But there are more things that you can actually do. You can actually ask them, ada kain batik, ada tuala, ada exactly what happened to me lah. Ada baldi tak, help them prepare. So that it will be easier for them.
And then mana macam orang datang, then you nak kena siapkan like teh ke apa.
Yeah, you know, that's the part I was very angry.
Is it after?
Okay, not angry lah, sorry, but
after kepemikan dan
after
balik rumah.
kepemikan. Okay, during bila dah dekat kubur kan, there's someone nice, dia belikan air so everyone can minum all that. Bila dah patah balik tu kan, there's this thing about our culture yang you patah balik, and then after that the tuan rumah have to siapkan makanan. You know, I was like, hold on, like can you all let me grieve first? But instead I have to fikirkan catering apa aku nak pergi order makanan.
I mean, do people actually come up to you and ask you, or macam like macam Amalia, tak ada air untuk tetamu?
No, they don't. Obviously they don't lah.
I mean,
but you know, when you see macam people at your house macam tengah diam,
you feel obligated
to do that. I think there's someone who helped out. Can't remember who. So I honestly macam that day macam siapa berbual mana tak tahu. Dia tanyalah like you dah order makanan ke apa, kuih dan macam I need to you know, that kind of thing. So they helped out lah. They called and then they order, so we tinggal collect that kind. And then some of my relatives beli air kotak. These are the kind of things that other people can do. Like, do not wait for the tuan rumah to do it. So obviously dia ada banyak benda dia nak fikir. So these are the things that you can help out. If you cannot order makanan, maybe you can beli air untuk you know, tetamu. And then it's okay to beli makan, but help out lah. Like, don't harapkan the tuan rumah. I remember someone asked me lah, actually. Hold on. Someone said, Amalia lapar.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And it's not my relative.
Siapa tu?
Someone. It's not my relative. Someone actually asked me lapar. And I'm like,
that someone said that to you?
Yeah. And there's another thing about the death cert.
Yang nak kena print
orang semua fotokopi.
Aku busy printing dekat dalam bilik.
Ya Allah.
Yalah, because diorang nak fotokopi
Correct.
death cert.
So maybe someone could have, you know, if you experience this, just help out macam, you know, death cert dah fotokopi. These are the things that people don't remember, you know. So you should actually render help lah. Macam okay, print death certs, because orang pun nak for their work kan. Yeah. So my friends came, everyone came after that. But bila dah balik tu, bila rumah dah tak ada orang tu,
I think that's when it hits you hard, right?
That the whole family realised
macam really she's not here anymore.
Yep.
Could you sleep that night?
Of course I couldn't. So I think I read somewhere that if you doakan your mother, then she won't kena siksa. You know, I remember that night I kept praying. I kept baca Yasin, I kept baca whatever I can baca, because in my head macam, no, don't get near my mother, you know, don't touch my mother, don't siksa my mother, you know. I remember praying that night lah, macam just to I cannot see her, right? So the biggest weapon is actually a child's doa. So I remember doing that lah. Yeah. I've never told this story, yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I never knew.
In
so.
fact, I mean, like, I saw you posting that your regarding your mom, but I didn't know really what you went through, what happened on that night, and like you said, macam the whole process of, I mean, the whole time that it happened.
How was your family also that point of time? Semua
My father was the strongest.
is it?
Yeah. He was the last person to cry, and he only cried like the next day. No, the next 2 days.
I think maybe because you are already at that state, your brother is already pun at that
Dia
state,
tak nak
so he
macam-
cannot be the
Yeah.
one yang tak kuat. He has to be strong for the family, you see. Macam
Perhaps.
kalau you gitu, your adik gitu, and dia pun gitu, then nobody is there to actually hold the family together.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he would probably be even more sad because that's his soulmate. You see, macam
Yeah. And I did not realize that. I was like, oh, my mother meninggal, my mother meninggal.
Yeah,
But I did
but-
not realize that my father was hurting. So he was silent, right? So on I remember this morning he ordered McDonald breakfast. Yeah, he ordered breakfast. Dia happy lah. Dia macam McDonald breakfast. Tengah makan breakfast tu, he suddenly broke down. And I was like, he broke down and he said that, oh, mama suka McDonald breakfast. That moment, I think that was the time yang the three of us cengeng dekat atas, dekat dining table. We were just like crying, not eating macam McDonald kat depan kita. Nice all the way. Yeah. He had a session and then everything was history. Yeah. Yeah, aku terkehit tadi history. Dah lah, aku nak naik kenapa? Yeah, but
no, like yeah, okay. I mean, I don't know. When it comes to macam father, especially, I would feel like diorang selalu tak tunjuk diorang punya feelings. They always try to put up a strong front.
And they put others first lah.
Yeah, and macam like you say, you already feeling sad, because you lost your mum and your brother too. Tapi kalau macam he himself actually his soulmate, dia punya partner, his wife, like, so it's okay, aku tak boleh berbual, aku tak tahu apa berbual.
yeah, and he had to hold the fort also lah, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's why he was the last person to break down. Yeah, that's what I felt. But I think it feels good to be sharing in this podcast /
Do you-
YouTube as well.
Do you feel better? I mean, okay, you never really shared this story, right? I mean, you kind of share it like, okay, your mom passed away and all, but you didn't really go in depth,
On
like
how it
Yeah.
happened.
I've never like really recalled every single thing that happened. Macam the moment when she her last breath and everything sampai nak mandikan jenazah. That I never happened. They have never
Do you
recalled.
remember what's the last thing that she told you? Like advice.
Wow.
ke?
kau ni tanya soalan
Sorry.
macam, wow,
I wanna
that's
know.
like really.
Actually, I remembered. She actually said that Amalia kena kuat. Macam mama tak boleh buat apa-apa pun. Like she cannot ubahkan her she cannot ubah her I can't remember the exact words, but she cannot ubah her nasib. But I can. So she told me to be strong in all aspects. She told me to find my own happiness. She told me to be strong, to be resilient, and take care of myself. That's what she said. So that's the last part. Yeah, by being strong. Why you make me recall that one?
Sorry.
Yeah, that's what she could speak lah. So that's what she said. Amalia kena kuat, jangan like macam mama tak boleh buat apa-apa, tapi Amalia boleh ubah your
Nasib
situation,
lah.
ubah nasib. You can actually be resilient with whatever you are doing. Yeah, and I hold that lah.
Maybe that was what like drive you through macam the whole process
Yeah.
for you to be strong also.
Yeah, because I always remember that. Macam orang lain tak boleh buat apa-apa tau, but you can.
That's a very wise one.
Okay, I think we should end this before we all start to do anything.
Sorry, aku macam tak boleh. I don't know. It's too overwhelming for me to. I mean, okay, thank you for sharing on the part whereby you told me what you should expect, because for myself, I've never really encounter this scenario before. Macam usually it's just macam makcik or you know, like relatives or whatever, like not really macam you are the first hand yang to experience all this. So yeah, like you mentioned, macam you nak kena ada kain batik, you nak kena ada what
Tuala,
gayung, all this thing. Wow, rumah aku tak ada.
But like you were actually mentally prepared through the whole process, and like sometimes kadang death is unexpected, and so I think people take for granted, you know, of such, so they don't have all this prepared at home.
You know, there's something interesting that my religious teacher actually talked about. She actually said, you know, people always prepare apa kau punya birth kit, pregnancy kit.
Oh,
Apa?
Yang pergi hospital tu,
Hospital bag.
hospital bag. You know that you should actually have a death kit. Inside that kit you should have all these things, so that kalau apa-apa terjadi, you can actually
that's
take it out.
true.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a very good point.
Because
good advice,
it's not, it's a thing that people are scared of. People usually avoid death.
talking about.
Correct?
Yeah. Correct.
Tengok macam virus ni, selit. Betul lah. We are all very scared of death, but it's just something that will happen. It's confirmed plus job that will happen. So kita should actually prepare. Have a death kit. Talked about it. You should actually talk about it to your mother even. Macam ask her, when you are gone, what you want me to do? You know, maybe I don't know. You know, when kita dah kebumikan, right? That you know that we signed up a package. Dapur macam mana? And dapur macam mana? You have to pilih your dapur. You have to pilih. There's a package, and it costs about $1,000 to $2,000 to $3,000, sometimes even $5,000 just to do your dapur. Depends on what kind of dapur you want. Ada yang bertingkat-tingkat, but you know, actually you should just sederhana je lah. So we just chose like macam the normal standard package, with like few months of maintenance, you know, orang jagakan, all that. And then tanam pokok, you know, dekat tengah-tengah, the normal ones lah. And it is marble punya dapur. So every time I will joke around, you know now is the trend yang kau tahu yang marble trend, marble dapur, marble island. Macam ni macam marble dapur mak aku je. You know, like, I'm so sorry. That's how I feel every time. Yeah. So have this conversation with your family members.
It's so weird. I mean, okay, yeah, like okay, but tapi macam weird if I were to ask my mom like, nak dapur macam mana? Kau macam dapur apa?
No lah, I think don't ask that lah. I mean, what do you expect from me when you are not around, or even when I'm not around?
Like we're not around. Like you know, you have to talk about it to your family members. Actually, death is really unexpected lah. It could happen to anyone at any time. So, memang kena ready always.
Okay, yeah. I hope this is beneficial to
it really is.
Everyone out there.
Yeah,
as well.
thank you
No
for
worries.
opening up. I hope you feel better.
Thank you for listening. I feel so much better. Okay, let's wrap up, guys. Okay, we hope you find this beneficial. So if you want to listen to more episodes or listen to our past episodes, you can listen to our podcast on Apple Podcast and Spotify.
Yeah, and every Monday we send out notes on Telegram, so please subscribe to our Telegram at Type and Thrive.
And you can also follow us in Instagram and also YouTube channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.